past the up back, all the way to the 6. Carolina there, and they backed him up at the 8-yard line. Rocco Griffin had to run back and get it, and what coverage by Carolina. Great kick, great coverage. Pete Limbo continues to love this team.
What's going on, man? It's the Debo Williams show, man. And for the first episode, you know it's a Delaware takeover. I had to do it. And today I got my boy Marshawn, Lloyd, my boy Braden Davis, and we finna kick it off, man. First of all, tell them where you're from.
From Delaware, from Middletown. Really, I was born in Florida, but I grew up in Knoxville, Tennessee. And then for high school, I moved up to Delaware and been kicking it there ever since.
Yeah, I'm from Wilmington, Delaware.
Oh, baby, over there. It's like, nah, I'm playing. So that's all you ever lived? Like, you ain't...
Wilmington, Delaware, and then now I live in Middletown, Delaware right now.
Middletown. So those were the only two spots you had lived in Delaware?
Yep, pretty much.
Shit, me coming up, I was everywhere. Everybody that's familiar with Delaware, I done been in Newcastle, Newark, Bear, Smyrna, Middletown, Clayton, wherever you want to name. It's I've been everywhere. But what age y'all start football?
I started real young. Florida, like everybody plays pee-wee, so that starts like playing tackle football
So
when you're like 5 years old.
What age was you there? You was born in
When I
Florida?
was born, I was born in Orlando. I lived there until I was 5, and then I moved up to Knoxville, and then I moved to Delaware when I was going into high school.
I don't know why I thought you was there longer. In Delaware, I thought you came like earlier.
Just a short little period of time.
Yeah, how about you, bro?
Yeah, I started playing when I was around, say, 6 years old.
Shit.
And it's been up ever since.
Yeah, I started at 5, and I was on O-line because I was always bigger than everybody.
I was
And
too.
you was O-line.
So I was a mean DN, bro.
What's that league called?
I was in my first year. I was in Delaware. I can't remember. I
It's
just
a
remember.
weighted league or something, right?
Yeah, I just remember my team was called the Panthers, bro. And
Oh, that's what I played for, Wilmington Panthers.
I don't know if I was in Wilmington. I might have been in like Newark.
Oh, okay.
I
And
played a little bit for the No Limit Hurricanes.
I was with them two Coach Carey.
Coach Carey. Oh, boy.
I was with the All-Star team and everything.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Crazy thing is, that's how I met Marshawn. Though All-Star team, like back in 7th grade, man. He held it down on the offensive side. I held it down on the defensive side. That was great.
We was playing up that year, too.
Yup, man. We 12, 13 years old playing against 14 years old. And at that age, bro, that year make a big difference.
Definitely a big
out there
difference.
getting killed. But nah, I was saying, I started at 5 with the Panthers, and my mom, she had me in a weighted league, so they had me with offensive line. My dad, he was taking me around places in Delaware, other football places, trying to see if it was no weight limit, and they kept trying to put me with like 11-year-olds because I had to be 5. I wasn't never fat. I was probably like just a little chubby, but I was like 90 pounds at like 5, and so they kept trying to put me with like 10 and 11-year-olds. And that's when he moved me up. He took me to Jersey, right across the bridge. Took me to Penn Grove, New Jersey. And from like 6 up to 14, I was playing there because it was no weight limit. So I was playing running back, linebacker, all of that.
Yeah, when I came out to Delaware, I was gonna play, MOT.
Yeah.
I was gonna do that, but they had a weight limit. I was like 160, like going into high school, and you like had to be like 145 to advance the ball.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't let me play. I'd have to play. I wouldn't be able to play quarterback. They made me play like offensive line or something.
So when did you start playing quarterback?
When I went into middle school. So I was playing like offensive line, D line.
That's crazy.
Like, growing up, because I was just bigger than everybody. But once I got up in middle school, I started like throwing around a little bit. Honestly, one day I was just playing with my sister. We were out in the yard just throwing the ball, and she was like, "You can throw it a little bit. You might be like the next Peyton Manning or something." I was like, I might be a little all right at this. I might try to play quarterback. So I've just been, practicing that ever since I got to middle school. Just going up from there.
Nah, that's straight. What they start you as? You was always running back?
I was a quarterback, actually. I was actually
You was. I remember that.
one of the biggest, most athletic quarterbacks we had. I played in a unlimited weight, so you could be any weight. We had guys that was 300 pounds, guys that was 200 pounds at the early age of like 10 years old.
remember, bro.
So it actually molded everything from now. You don't play by weight when you go to college or high school. So I feel like that little bit of weight limit thing has changed a lot since I played.
So what age did you get when they put you at running back?
I got put at running back when one of my coach's sons was a quarterback as well, and we pretty much they know my athletic ability. So I would say around maybe 6th grade year, 7th grade year, I got switched to running back, and I'm actually happy they did that because now everything worked out the best.
Yeah, so once I had went up to Pennsgrove, I was like 6 or 7. I was on O-line and D-line. Then my speed started getting up a little bit. I wasn't the fastest, but it started coming up. They had put me to fullback and linebacker. And I was at linebacker since I was like 7 till now. And that's really unheard of most of the time because, people grow out of they size. They can't stay at the same position. Like, you might start at D-line and you might slim out. You might become a receiver or something. But I've been playing linebacker since I can remember, But I was going to ask, when did you know football was for you, though? Because I remember you saying basketball was your first love. I feel like every football player first love is basketball. Like, that was my first love, too.
No, you're right. Like, definitely sure.
But
Dude, I hated basketball.
You hate it?
I hate
You got height,
basketball.
too. You would think you would like basketball.
Nah, no, it's just, I feel like football, you can be more, I don't know how to put it, more like basketball is like, for instance, you could shoot it like a hook shot.
Yeah.
And if you work on your hook shot, nobody can guard that. Like,
Yeah.
you just throw a hook shot and it go in, so you can't do nothing. Like, I was sitting on the court where I'm big guarding everybody and it just wasn't working. He was just throwing up some random stuff and it was going in, so I was like, yeah, I gotta play football or something.
So when did you know it was for you, though, football?
So, growing up, like everybody, I always loved football. I always loved playing it, but I never thought I would be like, playing in South Carolina. But I would say when I got to, so in middle school, I was always like playing, I went to like a private school and everybody, long story, everybody was a year older than I was because I had transferred in. They had like an extra grade. So I was always playing up against everybody I was with. And then when I got up to Delaware, it had like evened out, but I'm still like comparing myself to people a year above me. So I see people like in my class and everything, and I just started like separate once I got into high school. And so once that happened, I was like, man, I might be able to take this somewhere.
Nah, that's what's up, gang. When did you know football was for you? Because you said basketball was your first love.
I knew football was for me was when I actually my mom didn't want me to play football. A lady by the name of Elegant, she convinced my mom to allow me to play for a team called I think they were called like the Redskins or something like that. And my whole year playing with that team, I didn't touch the field not one time. I didn't get on the field. The coach didn't know my name.
Yeah.
None of that. So it was depressing. At a young age. As time went on, my mom, she actually transferred me to a different team in the same league, Little League, and from there it just went, it went crazy. And the funny part was, the coach that the team I was on, he didn't even know that I was on the team because when I went to the other team, I went crazy. So my mom talked to him, was like he was on your team last year. He was like, no, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
So everything just happened for a reason. From there, my love for football, it definitely increased, and this is where I'm at right now with it.
Nah, that's crazy. Shout out Miss Lloyd. But did she not want you to get hit? Was it like a contact thing?
She was she knew I was young. I started playing when I was young. She knew I was young, and she knew it was probably a contact type of thing. Yeah. But when she seen me play and seen what I could do, she just she went with it.
Nah, that's straight. And once y'all hit high school, like, was it a tough coming up thing? Like, was you seniors messing with y'all? Like, how was that? How was high school? Because when I first came, I was on varsity my freshman year. I know I played against you. I knew you was on varsity. Like, how was it for you? Because you being in Maryland at the Mather, how was it you coming up in private school?
Coming up in private school, it's kind of like college. For instance, you can't play until it's your time. When you have other good backs on your team that that's older than you, that's been there, that knows more stuff than you. You gotta wait your turn. So my freshman year, I had a role. I played in different games, but we had 4 or 5 other running backs, above me. So I played my role. I would play kickoff return and stuff like that. I touched the ball here and there, but it was just they gave me time to grow up. I feel like the math definitely molded me to be able to take things in the right direction, and they helped me to be able to wait my turn and allow me to be able to be ready when my time's come.
Yeah, most definitely. And I know the private schools could be stacked.
Definitely.
But you coming up at Middletown, man, y'all always stacked every year. What was that like coming in your freshman year? Because you had offers already. Was it 8th grade or 9th?
So I got my first offer the summer of going into my sophomore year. I mean, so right after my freshman year.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, my freshman year, I was just kind of like new to high school, new to all that type of stuff, and like it's a big jump for any kid. But yeah, I was just sitting behind a quarterback my first year, Drew Fry. Just was able to learn a lot from him, just how he is around the guys, how he like leads the team, and how he approaches, just playing football games and things like that.
Yeah.
So after he was a senior at the time, so after he left, I kind of was just thrown in the fire. That's the first time we met on the field.
Yeah, Drew was turned, man. I seen him 2 years in a row in the chip. I had to see all of them, always Middletown, but he was turned. And me coming up my freshman year, I had some guys I had to wait in place. My coach, Coach Wags, Coach Judy, Coach Barnes, Coach Marks, all of them. Shout out to them, but they played me a lot. But I also had to wait my turn and learn a lot. Like I played the whole season. And championship game came. We played Middletown, and they just had me on special teams that game because it was some stuff I didn't know, and they didn't want me to go out there and just mess up or anything like that, So I had to wait that turn, and then when I came back the following year, we had to make the championship. I was able to really turn up. I think I had like 16, 17 tackles that game, So it's just about learning the process and coming through. But any of the young boys coming up in high school, man, just know like. Outwork everybody. That's how we got here. Just outworking everybody, man. Just that's what you want to do. Like it's gonna be tough roads, especially when you get to college too. If this is what you really want to do. But if you keep outworking everybody, keeping that mentality, it's all gonna come to light.
Yes, sir.
But I wanted to ask y'all though, like, who did y'all look up to coming up? Like, was it anybody in the league? Was it somebody that was close to you? Could have been like a father figure. Like, who did y'all look up to?
I definitely looked up to my dad. He played in the NFL. He played. He coached at, he did a little bit of stuff at Tennessee. Yeah. So he's got a lot of experience, coming up, going through the process himself and, being on the other side of it at Tennessee. Yeah. So he was just able to give me like a bunch of advice about, the do's and don'ts of the recruiting process, do's and don'ts of like, just, he calls them his nuggets. Like he'll give me little nuggets of information. Yeah. Just like every time we're in the car, he'll just tell me something like, just talking about whatever it may be. But yeah, he definitely was a great resource for me, coming up.
Nah, that's a blessing, man. Everybody need that father figure to be able to guide them. Cause a mom, they can raise a man, but it's only so much they can do for real, man.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say that about my mom.
Nah, your mom did a good job.
For instance, like my wife.
You still punk though.
Man, my wife, my mom, like she, my mom, she pushed me to be the person I am to be. I see my mom struggle, at times, with my sisters and everything. So she was my why. She was the reason why I wanted to do this stuff. She's the reason why I'm still doing this stuff. And she's the reason why I'm going to continue doing it.
Nah, that's what's up, bro, for sure. You always gotta have a why, bro. When times get hard, you gotta know who to push for, and that's exactly why, man. And my dad and mom foremost, my grandmom too, man. Those my rocks, for sure. And my stepdad has stepped up too, and those my guys. But as a NFL guy, I always looked up to Ray Lewis, bro. My dad would show me clips. I'm 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, seeing how passionate Ray Lewis is, man. How when he hit people, he trying to break them. And I just always kept that mentality. It ain't changed, man. Like people look at me crazy when I talk like that, but that's man. That's how it is. And but nah, that's who I always look up to. Patrick Willis too, man. They some dogs. Yeah, but y'all had any NFL players y'all looked up to?
Actually, yeah. So my dad was at Tennessee. Forget the years, but it was when Joshua Dawgs was quarterback there. Mm-hmm. And he like was talking to Josh a lot, worked with him pretty closely, and he would just tell me like certain things about Josh's character, certain things that he liked to do. I just found out that we were real similar, mm-hmm. and like the situation he came through, it's just something that I really admire, and I kind of try to model myself to be kind of like him a little bit.
Mm-hmm. What about you, gang?
Not really. I didn't grow up watching football.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get more into it, because I'm in college, I'm starting to watch more college football, but as far as like, I watch basketball more than anything, but as far as that, I'm not much of a fan of it.
I feel
I
you,
love
bro, because it's
playing.
like,
I
bro,
love doing
when
it.
you after you play the game and you watch a film, you watch so much of it during the week. You like, bro, I don't want to watch no more football,
Exactly.
bro.
Exactly.
You like, I didn't watch so much, but what's some connections you think football has gave you? Like, for instance, for me, like my trainer was in the league. Shout out Jamal Morrell, but a guy like that, having him being able to show me the ropes and bring me up, man, just how to work out, what to study in school, what to do this, what to do with that. That could be a great thing to have, man. Like, what has connections for football done for y'all?
It's done everything for me. Mo Gibson,
Y'all shout
Coach
out
Mo
man.
Gibson, Coach Mark Gibson. You know who he is. GPT. He's been there since my freshman year of high school. Was my running back coach, and he's also my trainer as well as Bo Hunter. Them two have been big in my coming up of getting ready. You worked out with Coach Mel. You know he's the real deal.
Real deal.
He knows connections with everyone. You know he worked with people like Chase Young, Saquon Barkley, just many great athletes, and he knows the ins and out of the business, and that's why it's good having him in my corner.
Yeah, most definitely. What about you, man?
I would say mainly my quarterback coach would probably be my main connection that football's gotten me.
Now, is he in Delaware?
He's actually up in New Jersey.
New Jersey.
About 2.5 hours away.
How often are you able to work with him? Like when you was down?
When I'm going, is probably I would go up there every other weekend, something like that, or if I'm really going, probably every weekend.
Nah, that's straight,
Yeah.
man. I didn't know. I did have a lot of cats in Delaware really take me under their wing, old heads, and I can't name all of them, man, but I appreciate y'all, especially all my trainers. DM Top Speed Training,
Sure.
my boy Chris,
I'm with you on that.
Mill Morrell,
Yeah.
Jamal Morrell, man, Alpha Training, all them guys that be over there, man. That's I wish I could like just name. I'm probably forgetting some people, but there's so many that took me under their wing. Me coming up as a young buck, having a big head probably because I'm doing good in high school football and not knowing that there's so much other people out there working just like me. But I appreciate y'all, man, and it's with some stuff y'all think Delaware wise y'all workouts like that y'all been with, like trainers that y'all like.
I mean, you kind of hit the ones I was
Yeah, I know
working
you
with.
be with DM. And
DM, Derek.
And what you like about his workouts though?
So we would do like one-on-one workouts,
Yeah.
and I started working with him. I would say my junior year, and it was just when I was really like, all right, I got to get bigger, got to get stronger, got to get faster. And, he was just somebody I could trust who was going to get me to do all those things, get me bigger, do all the stuff I was really wanting to do, and it was real personalized. So he's had experience working with older guys, people in college, and so I was trying to get to college, trying to play college football.
Yeah.
So he's a dude I wanted to work with because he knew what he was doing.
Most definitely. Now you working out with Coach Mo and Coach Bo, the team Delaware, all of them over there. What do you think set them apart with your trainer?
I say what set them apart is just the resources and the blueprint was there. They did it with other people. Shout out to Chris Godwin, Dree Henderson. Let's see. There's a lot of different Delaware athletes that we could talk about, but they just
Y'all had one. What's his name? He went to Maryland. I think he went to Packers now.
Savage.
Yeah,
Savage. So it's so many people that put the blueprint in there. Delaware is it's hard to get out of there. So when Delaware's so small, so when there's a person that's there to help you, like those guys, just gotta go with it, and then that's what we did.
Nah, that's what's up, man. My story's a little bit different. Y'all came straight here as a freshman. I was considered a freshman, but I was at the University of Delaware for I want to say 3-4 months, and so that first market period, as you coming in a freshman, you there that first market period, and with COVID-19, that was just beginning. They canceled our season, but South Carolina was still playing. Them in the SEC, they was still playing. So I'm watching schools like that, and I'm just like, if I just had an opportunity, man, praying on stuff like that every day, still working, still grinding every day. But I want to say December came of that year. And my boy Marshawn had hit me. He was like, "Yeah, we're getting a new coach. Coach Beamer just got hired. He said we need some linebackers. I'm gonna show him your film." And I'm like, "Yeah, I hear you." So later that month, past Christmas, he was like, "Yo, I showed him your film. He said they look good. We're gonna I'm gonna see what he say if he want to give you the offer." And I'm like, all right. So now I'm really thinking about it, really getting into it, because I'm like, yo, I'm gonna tell you, if God give me this opportunity, I'm gonna take it. and I ain't gonna look back, because this is all I ever wanted, man. Dreaming about this, I'm throwing a football, sitting on my bed, throwing a football up, and you just thinking to yourself, like, going to that big school, going to that dream school. And once the opportunity came early January, and Marshawn told me, he gave me the go-ahead, because you're not allowed to talk to the coaches with you being at another school. So I had to go through Marshawn. He gave me the go-ahead, and I kind of took a leap of faith, because as you go into the transfer portal, they can take the offer away if you want. You don't even know if you got the offer or not. So it was had to be like January 3rd. Mind you, I was at South Carolina January 7th. This is January 3rd. So this is like a Monday or a Tuesday. I go into the portal, nobody hit me. So I'm like, bro, what's going on, man? They taking the offer? Mind you, I already told the University of Delaware I'm going, I'm leaving. So if they don't give me the offer, I'm stuck in a hole. And what am I gonna do? Next day, Tuesday come, 8 in the morning. I probably wake up at like 10, get all these emails, text messages from people from South Carolina hitting me up. We need your email, we need all this, I gotta fill all this paperwork out. I'm like, let's go. And so that was a Tuesday. I was in South Carolina, moved in on that Friday of that week.
He was down here before me.
Like, I was there, man. Like, I was like, this is the opportunity I wanted, man. Like, I've always talking to God, I've always spoken with God, and I don't know everybody's religion, but I know somebody up there that's allowing me to do this, making my dreams come true, and I'll forever give him the glory. And once that had happened, I'm like, I knew he was real, because I was talking to him 2-3 weeks straight every day, 5 times a day, just praying on this. And I really wanted to cry. I ain't really too much of a crier. I don't do that, but I wanted to, man. Just on that way there, I was going to make the most of this opportunity, you know. Sure. No doubt. But one of my last questions, though, future goals, man. Mm-hmm. Future goals.
For me, my goal is just to, network with as many people as possible, use, football, how football uses me. I just want to take all my opportunities. My majors are psychology, nutrition, and business. So I want to, learn the business side of everything. With nutrition, I want to have some type of, nutrition company, to help out, people that, kids that need the right amount of foods to keep them in a healthy, environment, or to help out some type of college or something like that. You can't burn a bridge wherever you go. I feel like my majors is allowing me to, have a wide variety of things to, go from, so I can, provide for my family and, help my family as well. So my one goal is just to keep a lot of things in the family. I'm talking about generational wealth. My goal is to, allow me and my family to have an opportunity to pretty much grow our net worth, and not only in family but like friends as well. I want to keep it in a way so me and my friends, the people I grew up with, the people that stayed down from the beginning, we have an opportunity to change our lives forever.
How about you, bro? What's your future goals?
I just want to play ball, man.
That's it.
I just want to play ball. I just want to, I'm here now. I just want to take advantage of all my opportunities. I think I told you this one other time. Like, being here, I feel like I have everything at my fingertips.
Yeah.
Like, it's just up to me to take advantage of it all. I just want to, get in the playbook, get on the field. Like, shoot, I don't know, man. Just
like you said,
right.
Keep the main thing.
Yeah.
So we came here to play football. Everything else is going to happen
Straight like that.
just like that. So everything, you're like Debo said. I believe there's a man up there as well.
No doubt.
Your footsteps are written as soon as you were born. So I feel like that's as soon as you're born. Everything from there it's already written.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just follow his plan for real.
That's it.
No, for sure, bro. And my goal, my speaking on generational wealth, my goal is always to be a billionaire, and it's just like that hard work and dedication. It's like you can't be stopped. You just gotta make it happen. And the way Braden speaking, it's like he want that plan A to work. People always talk about plan B, and it's like, forget that plan B, man. Make plan A work. You go so hard that plan A has to work. It has no choice. It's always on your mind. You gotta make it work. And straight like that, man. And to be a billionaire, that's always been my number one goal, and I'm gonna make it happen no matter what, And football has been my first love. Always gonna be my my love, like, it's nothing gonna come before that, because we gotta make so much sacrifice, bro. Like, we 8-9 hours away from our family. Like, I can't see my family when I want to. Can't see my sisters, man. I got 11 siblings. Can't see my brothers, mom, dad. So if I'm sacrificing this much, why not make it happen? Why not make my dreams come true so I can give them everything I want them to have, man? Because this is for them, you know. Like, I want to give them the life. I want to give them the dream life, you know. So if I'm making all these sacrifices, why not give them the life, man? But I appreciate y'all coming up for my first podcast, man. It's the Delaware's finest. It's Delaware Takeover. Appreciate you, Marshawn. Appreciate you, Braden. My guys for life, man. Appreciate y'all, man. And make sure you like and subscribe. This will be on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Everywhere you see it, it's going to be there. And so I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure you subscribe. Shout out to Debo Williams Podcast, man. Appreciate you. We out.
Let's get it.